Today is kind of early for me. It's about 6 a.m. Work on the E36 M3 this morning to get these new parts installed. So what I need to do is move these cars first, so that way I have enough room to work. Let's move this camera. Alright guys, so yesterday when I was driving the E36 M3, I got a check engine light, so I'm going to check that out. Catalyst efficiency below threshold for cylinder 4 through 6. EVAP, shutoff valve stuck closed. Secondary air system flow too low, cylinder 4 through 6. So really have no idea what that means, but I will research it on Beamer forums. Alright guys, so this is a new product that I purchased from Brett Raymond, who owns M Sport Parts. I was going to be purchasing an alarm and want to show you guys this product. So it's neatly packed. I must say it looks like this came from the factory. Comes with the 2 key fobs, connector here for the LED, instructions for pairing the alarm, as well as instructions for installing the alarm system. And so what you get is this. You get the module for the alarm. You also get a wiring harness, and this is needed to make sure that you install it all correctly. You also get the siren, which is neatly packed, and this goes under the hood, and it comes with mounting hardware that you can see here for the siren. You know, shout out to Brett and the work that he's doing on his in his business. So I'm going to go ahead and start installing everything. It's going to take me a little bit. So first thing I need to do is take apart the dash, and then I need to find wires. So trouble finding one of the wires. It's for the hood switch, which is look kind of like that, LED already. So I'm just going to plug this wire into that one so I can get this out of the way, and then we should be able to start working on this side. So, get back with you in a sec. Was able to get that connected and routed through there, which I'm going to then route above this thing here. Put it back in there. So, I'm going to clean this up. It's like 105 degrees out here right now. But I want to get this done, and you know, that's kind of why I woke up early to get this done. So, I need to find the hood switch connector, and I'm going to take a look to see what the wiring looks like. Of course you can't see it, but okay, there it is. So it looks like it's purple and yellow. And then I believe this is my siren here. Pretty sure that's my siren. So purple and yellow is what I need to look for. There's so much wiring back here, dudes, that it's crazy to think where this fucking wire's at. I wish they kind of just had it available, but before I plug that in and the module, I want to make sure that I find all of the wiring before. So I'm going to spend some time doing that. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. I'll get back with you guys. Alright, so I think I found it. You guys see that plug right there? Pretty sure that's it. So I'm going to try plugging that in and let me remove it actually from that this tape here. So that's the one. That's for the hood switch, and that's all we need to do to plug everything else in. So everything else should go in pretty smooth, and all I need to do is find a spot to put the module in, and we should be good. Alright, so I got most of the wiring in. I plugged this in here, plugged in the LED, which I'm not sure if you can see, but this wiring loom here is for the LED. Here's the one for the module, and now all I need to do is wire this up here, put everything back together, and plug in the siren, install that, and then test it. Alright guys, so took a little bit of break from working on it. What I found out is after wiring everything, I did this, the process to pair the alarm or the fobs. So basically what you got to do is you got to close everything, the doors, the trunk, the hood, everything. Then you open the trunk, leave it open the driver's door, sit in the driver's seat, close the driver's door, put the key in the ignition, and you got to do this within 45 seconds. Then you cycle it to the on position without actually starting the car 5 times. And then you open the driver's door, close the driver's door, and then you should see that the LED will illuminate. And then on the remote, press the small button and then open the driver's door, get out of the car and leave the driver's door open, close the trunk, then go back, get inside if you want and close the driver's door. You should see that the LED will shut off, and then your remote should be programmed, and then you can lock and unlock. So initially mine did not work, and the reason why is because the hood switch in my car, or underneath the hood, is it's not shutting all the way. So like, I'll show you guys. So this is where it's at. It's like right here. But basically, let me demonstrate. Now, it won't work because it's not up all the way. So I think what I'm going to do there is figure out a way to basically push it up a little bit, so that way when I do shut the hood, it'll click and there won't be any issues. So this is the wiring for the siren, and you can see that it was cut. So whoever had this car before cut this wiring for it. Not really sure why. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to hardwire it to that. I'm going to try to find some connectors and then wire it to this, so that way it can connect and I can do like a quick disconnect if I ever need to remove it, bolt it onto, or probably right here most likely because there's more room. But this is a hood switch I'm telling you guys about. You can see that it's not for some reason it's kind of falling down a bit, so I don't know. Alright guys, so here is the siren, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to plug some of these connectors in there. What I'll probably do is modify this a bit so that way it can plug in and then get it wired.
Out this outlet, then the charged air goes through.
Alright guys, so what I did is I cut the wiring and tested it out actually. So just kind of did a little jimmy rig and tested it here, and then I did hit the alarm. I did hear the chirp, so this tells me this is the correct wiring for it. Whoever had it before cut it for whatever reason. So now what I'm going to do is take these butt connectors here that I modified slightly. I just cut the tips off and then tightened them up a little bit so that way they can, when they slide on, it's a pretty easy, it fits pretty snug. So I'm gonna get these wired in and then test it out. I did plug this in, you can see the wiring there. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up a bit, but check this out. Boom. I don't know if there's anything that sounds better than a 90s alarm, especially this BMW chirp. Sounds so good. In my opinion, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and bolt this on here and make sure we get this moved up a bit, put everything back together. So stay tuned. So what I did is I lifted this section here, and what I did is I threw in like 4 pieces of Velcro to see if it pushes it down a bit. And so when it touches here, more padding here will probably push down on it. So let's see if it closes. Got this put back together, so pretty much done with it. What I did is I mounted it underneath here, and I cut out the section of this, I don't know what this is, whatever that is. I cut that out and mounted it there. Used double-sided Velcro strap to make sure that it stays. So it took me a couple hours to get this install done. Started working on it early this morning just because it's so hot, but took a couple breaks here and there just as I had to look stuff up. So a couple things that I would make sure to know beforehand is a lot of these E36s already came pre-wired with the system. Mine actually came with the LED. You have to pull one of those little tabs out on the center console. Just make sure that you do that step. I would probably take some time to find the siren. Also know that you don't need the siren or the hood switch plugged in to make the car lock and unlock. If I do go anywhere, and I do drive it anywhere, that it's safe and secure. So hopefully this video helps you guys out if you do try to take this install on yourself. It's a pretty simple DIY. You can get it done in a couple hours or less if you know what you're doing. Pretty much with the E36 now, I think there isn't much more I want to do to it. I did think about doing like a supercharger, but I'm not sure if I want to go that route or not. Also thinking about just keeping it like OEM and maybe getting a cold air intake from Dynon. They are coming back out with the Dynon cold air intake. So for the nostalgia factor, I may end up picking that up. That being said, I am going to do some more research on the codes that I got so that we can get those taken care of and clear up the codes. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
On my mumbles, pussy popping, pussy pumbled, bushy rocking, bushy humble.